Hi, kids! How are you? I hope that you are having a wonderful day, and I'm about to make it a bit more with what you're going to learn today. So, today we're learning about report writing. So, before we go in, does anybody know what report writing is? Have you ever heard the term? Have you ever seen what a report looks like? Don't worry, I got you. So, report writing is basically telling a story. It's putting pieces of information together to talk about where it happened, why it happened, who it happened with, and where it happened. Did I say it before? I don't know. Please correct me. Now, as we go along in today's presentation, you will learn a lot about report writing, and you will also have the opportunity to write your own report. So, I did say what is report writing. Now let me tell you what you use report writing for. You use report writing to present an information on a subject, to recount an experience, and to present detailed information about an event or situation or an incident. For example, you saw your friend fall down at recess. You have to go tell the teacher. How would you report it to the teacher? Or your brother fell down or your sibling fell down. How do you tell your parents what happened? That is basically making a report or doing a report. In this case, though, we are going to be writing it. Now, let me tell you how do you write a report. Firstly, you do the introduction. In the introduction, you will talk about the 4 W's. Who, what, when, and where. Always remember the 4 W's. In the 4 W's, you will do it in a good order, a reasonable order. I think it is when, so you state the time of when it happened, what happened, where it happened, and who it happened with. In that order, I think you detail what happened in the introduction. In the body, you will give details about what happened and why it happened. So in the body, it does not need to be a bit more than 4 or 5 sentences. You talk about what happened and why it happened. And in conclusion, you explain what happened at the end or what the outcome, and you give suggestions or recommendations to it. For example, you reported about Tommy falling down from the slide. You explain what happened, you explain who happened, the who is Tommy, you explain when it happened, and at the end of it, you will talk about suggestions. So it could be that one of the treaders broke and Tommy fell. You can recommend that you need to get the treaders fixed, and so on and so on. I will now hand you over to our teacher, and she will explain, or she will give us a brief example on report writing so we can get you writing a report.
Hello, boys and girls. My name is Miss Lachunti Jainaranan. This morning, I'll be giving more details on a sample of a simple report. As Miss had told you before, that simple report must contain the 5 WH, which is where, when, who, what, why, and how the story happened. Remember, report writing must contain details, it must contain facts, things that are truth. Also, report writing must be chronologically. What I mean by chronologically, my dear boys and girls, is that report writing must be in order. This happened first, how the car incident happened, if it's about an accident, then what happened next, what happened next. You're not going to make the story confusing. You have to make it very simple and very detailed. And remember, report writing have the 5 WH and also the 1H. Let me get into more details. Now, this is a sample report writing on an incident that took place on a recreation field between two boys and one player, where one of the player got injured, and the prefect, which is the byline, or had to write about this incident or report on this incident that took place on the recreation ground. So let me get into more details. Now, boys and girls, report writing must always contain a title, and this title is report on the incident on the recreation ground on the 15th of June 2014. Now, the incident on the school recreation ground occurred on the 15th of July 2004, at midday. That is when the story take place. Remember, you follow the 5 WH and the 1H. The girls of Form 1, who was it based on? The girl on Form 1, where they were engaged in a friendly cricket match with the girls of Form 2 when two students interrupt the match and cause one injury to one of the player. That is what happened. So after you state when the story take place, who it took place, what happened, that could be the first part of the story. So you're going in order. Next, they were engaged in a friendly cricket match, as I stated before. Then, in the middle of the match, Shane Williams, a student of Form 4, and Gary Moreau, a student of Form 3, entered the field and began heckling at the girls. That is the second part, what took place. As Sasha, one of the players, ran to catch a ball, Shane ran towards her and tripped her and caused her to fall. So how did the story take place? Shane ran towards her, and he caused her to fall. So that could be the third part. Her mouth then stuck Shane boots and she fell. Why she fell? When she fell on Shane boots, she started to bleed, where Shane take his handkerchief now and he started to stop the bleeding, but that did not help. So why the bleeding start? Mr. Roger, the physical educational teacher, was called to assist. He took Sasha to the hospital, where she was treated by a nurse casualty at the department. Mr. Pani then took Sasha home to her parents, where he gave the details of what happened and the cause of the injury. And he also informed her parents, where you could also give your recommendation what happened at the end. He told her parents that he will be investigating the incident more, and that is simply how you structure your report writing. You use the 5 WH. Also, you put it in chronological order. What happened first, what happened second, what happened third, and also you could end your report writing by giving a recommendation. Thank you.
Okay, students, so let us now dive into our exercise of the day. So, you would have learned what a simple report is, you would have looked at an example, and you would have looked at how you write a report. So, for our exercise, you are going to imagine something exciting that happened to you or someone, and let's find out by listing the 4 W's. Now, the 4 W's are who, what, where, and when. So that is what you're going to tell me. You're going to think of something that happened. You're going to tell me who was involved, what happened. You're going to give me the location as to where it happened, and when being time, whether it was in the morning, it was in the afternoon. Good. So that is our exercise. I am going to give you 20 minutes to do that, and then we will come right back. All right, so now that we would have written our little report exercise, I am so proud of everyone. You all would have done an amazing job. So let's just briefly recap what we looked at today. Can someone tell me what is a simple report? Good job. All right. And what are the 4 W's that we use today? Good job. So, like I would have mentioned earlier, what we were able to accomplish today was, one, we found out what a simple report is. We also looked at how we can write a simple report, why we use simple reports, and we made use of the 4 W's. Now, what you were able to accomplish in today's lesson was you were able to write a simple report that used the 4 W's. So, for your homework, you are going to watch the news tonight rather, when you go home. Ask your parents if you can watch the news, and you're going to watch the news, and then tomorrow when we meet again, you are going to tell me one thing that was discussed in last night's news. I hope that you all had a good time in class today, and I will see you in our next lesson. Enjoy the rest of your day.